All right. Good afternoon, everybody. So yeah, let's just check and see if you guys can actually hear me. So if you can hear me, please say yes in the chat. Somebody say yes if you can hear me. Let me type out the question. Can you hear me? Yes. Everybody's saying yes. All right, awesome. Great. Let's start. All right, everybody's saying yes. I got it, you guys. Thank you. I got it. All right, so let's start. Lots of people in the chat today here. You guys are restless. It's like, when is class going to start? When is class going to start? Well, class is in session, which means the class has started. I see a lot of people here today, so welcome everybody, and thank you so much for coming to my regular class. This is my normal slot. Last time I was here on Friday because I was making up for a class before that I was sick on. But usually this is my normal time, right? So every Wednesday at 3 p.m. Vancouver time. And yeah, I see a lot of people in here, a lot of the usual suspects. So I saw Julian, Patricia, Garima, Jacqueline is here. A lot of people that I've seen before many times. There's also Samar, Khalil, Raul, Bisma is back again, Fatima, Pilar, Candy. There's so many of you today in the chat, which is always excellent to see. It makes me happy when I see all you guys in here. Very nice. Hello. Yes, hello everybody. Everybody's saying hello. Hello. Nice to have you all with me today. All right, so let me just quickly get through the stuff that I have to say in the beginning. So if this is your first time joining my class, hello and welcome. My name is Karim. I am an English instructor and a college professor here at CCEL and at Canadian College. I've been using Smrt and teaching it for the last 6 years, and I love it, which is why I am now doing these streams, right? And it's been great. Yeah, so that's who I am. And let me just put myself out of here for a second so you guys can see a few things that I want you to see. Where's the button? There it is. Okay. The artist is saying, hello, this is his first session with me. Hello, the artist, and welcome. Hopefully this will not be your last session with me here. All right, so you guys all know we are streaming from Smrt English, and this is where I am streaming right now. Now, usually I have my own channel, which is called Smrt English with Karim, but recently, for starting last week and the week before, excuse me, and probably maybe for, I don't know, maybe another month or another 2 months, I'm going to continue streaming from here, which is the channel that all of you are watching me on right now. Because some people were confused. They didn't know that my new channel existed, and they were having a hard time finding my videos. So this is my other channel. You can find it from this channel. So if you go to the Smrt channel and just go down a little bit, you'll see my face next to Sean's face. And you can click on my face, and that will take you to my channel, which looks like this. All right, so this is my channel. Usually I post up the videos over there, but as you can see, I stopped for a while, so I'm doing it here just so you guys can find me. But this is my channel, so please go to my channel and subscribe over there, because I think I'm gonna go back at some point, right? So maybe after about 1 month or 2 months, when people get used to the idea, I'm going to go back and continue streaming my classes from there. Julian is saying, smash Karim sub, let's beat Sean. Yes, let's beat Sean's subscriber, you guys. As you can see, Sean has 512 this week, and I am up to 346. So still haven't beaten him yet, but we will get there one day. So yeah, so this is my other channel. However, you can still go there and check me out, because I post other videos beside English. I put things like phrases with Karim, which are short videos where I give you a phrase and I just very quickly sort of see what you guys think it is. And I also do some videos that I call Vancouver Out and About, right? Where I just show you Vancouver, right? If I'm walking somewhere nice or whatever, I take a picture of Vancouver or some videos and I share them also over here. So make sure you still check out my channel, because you can find stuff over there. Of course, you'll also find me on Facebook at Karim Smrt Live. So hit me up on the Facebook. The Instagram is the same, Karim Smrt Live. My Twitter is the same, Karim Smrt Live. So you can find me in all these places. and connect with me over there. So yeah, looking forward to seeing you guys over there. Now, aside from English, I also have another channel on YouTube, which is called Food AF. And this is not an English related channel, but if you like food and you like to eat like every other human being on the world, in the world, then please go and check out my channel over there, right? It's a food show, so I do a lot of cooking. I talk about food and things like that. And it's not an English show, but you can practice listening, which is always good, right? So go check me out on my food channel. And I'll see you, I hope to see you guys over there. So please go subscribe to my food channel. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Okay, so let's get into what we are actually going to do this week. Some people are saying that they've already subscribed. Also, thank you guys so much. I appreciate it a lot. Miguel is asking, what does AF stand for? And I said this before, I cannot say that on Smart English because we are trying to keep Smart English PG-13, right? So if you want to know what Food AF is, you can go and you can go and watch Food AF and you'll find out. But I can't say it here. All right, here we go. Smrt is asking, Karim, where are you from? So I've answered this a few times already, Smrt, but very quickly, well, my ethnicity is Egyptian, right? So I'm originally Egyptian, and that's yeah, that's where I'm from. All right, JB, please cut it out with the language, So yes, everybody knows what Food AF stands for. We don't have to say it in the chat. Thank you very much. Yeah. All right. So let's get on. So actually, this week we are going to be continuing with our grammar lesson from Unit 120. So this is 120 in Smart English, which is the sort of intermediate level, somewhere around there, right? Around the area of intermediate level. And we are going to be doing the past perfect simple this week, right? So the past perfect simple. Last week we finished our other lesson, which was the past continuous, and we did the past simple before that. So we are going to finish up the group and finish with the past perfect simple today. JB is saying past perfect is difficult. Well, hopefully, JB, that is why we are here, right? We're gonna make you say that it's not difficult anymore after this. Julian wants to know who won the movie quote. Oh, okay. Who won the movie quote? I think it was Patricia. Patricia was super fast last week with the movie quote answer. So yeah, I think it was Patricia, but we can very quickly check. So this was last week's video, and yes, Patricia was first, right? So Patricia, a virtual high five to Patricia. She got she got the first answer. And then Julian, I think you also tried to answer it. And that's it. That's pretty much it. Yeah, so Patricia, job well done. She got the movie quote of the week last week. So very quickly, I'm going to show you the movie quote of the week last week, because since you guys already asked about it and I told you who won. So this was the quote. So last week the quote was, and I'm going to do this very quick, none of you seem to understand. I'm not locked in here with you. You're locked in here with me. That's my best Rorschach voice. So, like you guys guessed correctly, this is from an awesome movie which is called Watchmen, which is actually based on a graphic novel. So this movie, right? So this is called Watchmen, and if you haven't seen this movie, you should watch it because it is awesome. And that was actually my favorite scene in the entire movie. So that was, yeah, that was from this movie. If you haven't seen it, I highly recommend that you go and watch this movie. It's really, really good. So, so yeah, job well done, Patricia, for guessing the correct movie. And if you guys stick around to the end of this lesson today, I'm going to give you a new movie quote this week. So that was that. Soksai says, hi, hello Soksai, nice of you to join the class. Thank you for coming very much. Patricia and Julian, they're always racing to see who's going to answer the movie quote first. But yeah, Patricia got it last week. All right, so the past perfect simple is what we are doing today. So let's start with it. Everybody's okay in the chat section. Yes, yes, yes. Everyone is good. All right, great. Oh, Rosa's here. Very nice of you to come in, Rosa. I hope that you are feeling better today and that you are recovering. But thank you so much for joining the class. A lot of people are like, I hate this tense. I hate this tense. Well, that's good. If you guys don't, if you hate the tense or you think it's an annoying or hard sort of tense, well then this lesson is for you today, right? So we're gonna, and remember this is 120, so intermediate. We're not gonna go too advanced into the past perfect simple, right? So it should be relatively or fairly or pretty easy, right? So Rosa's doing much better. That is very good to see. That's very good to hear. Good. All right, so here we go. So as usual, we start with an example. The day after the storm, we drove through Stanley Park. We saw that the wind had destroyed many of the trees, right? So let's go through this, and hopefully as we go through and as I explain some of the examples, you will get a aha moment, right? So it will make sense and it will click and you will get it. Well, that's the plan for me today anyway. So here we go. All right, so here is the form. So the form for the past perfect simple is you need to use had, right? So you're always going to have a had in there. If you're going to be using the past perfect, you will always have had. And then after that, the past participle, right? Which most people know as the third column in our verbs, right? So usually the verbs are divided into 3 columns and the past participle is the one at the end, or the third one, right? I've noticed that a lot of people describe it that way, right? The past participle is the third column for verbs. So that's what it is, right? So had plus your past participle. And as usual, we're gonna go through some examples in all the forms. So positive, negative, and questions. So positive form is pretty simple. I had eaten. I had eaten. And I'm sure you all know I had can be shortened, right? Or made much shorter by contracting it, right? So I'd is the contracted form for I had. I had eaten. I'd eaten. I'd eaten. The negative is I hadn't. So again, very simple. We just add our not to make something negative, and that's it. So I had not eaten. I hadn't eaten. And the questions, you start with the auxiliary, right? So had I eaten. Had I eaten. You had gone. The contracted form for you had is you'd. So I'm reading. Oh no, sorry. I thought that was a question. All right, it's not a question. You guys are having fun in the chat as usual, which is okay. All right, you had gone, you'd gone, you hadn't gone, and had you gone. She had. They're all going to be the same, right? She had. We contracted to she'd. She'd met him. She hadn't met him, and had she met him. He had played becomes he'd played. He hadn't played, or had he played. It had rained becomes it'd rained. And the negative is it hadn't rained, and then had it rained. We had becomes we'd. We had bought it. We hadn't bought it, and had we bought it. They had studied. They'd studied, right? So they'd studied. They hadn't studied, or had they studied. All right, well, the form is pretty simple. We know the form now. It's had plus your past participle. But how do we actually use it? So let's take a look at a few different uses here, right? Let's just take a look at a few. So somebody's asking, have you got any tips for writing a persuasive letter? My class hasn't covered this yet. Well, that is going to take a little bit longer than me very quickly telling you that. But if you want stuff on writing letters, there's a lot of things that you can find on the Smrt channel. I think Sean did a lot of writing lessons, and I believe Josh also. So try to find any of Sean's videos or Josh's videos that talk about that, and I'm sure you'll find some of them. Can we say I screamed to Patricia, loyal winning? I don't know what you're trying to say, Julian. It's not clear from your sentence, but I'm going to say no, you can't, because I can't fully understand what you're trying to say. So, I don't know what you mean by loyal winning. That's the part that's confusing me. Loyal winning. I'm not sure what you mean by that. But yeah. All right, so let's talk about the uses, right? So we often describe events that happened in the past by starting with a sentence in the past simple, right? You guys know this. We did this over the last few weeks. So for example, I got up at 7 a.m. this morning, right? I got up at 7 a.m. this morning. So that's normal. That's an event that happened in the past. And we did this before. You guys know how to write sentences like that already. But if I want to talk about something that happened before that time in the past, right? So it's like you're going in the past twice, right? So you're going to talk about something in the past, and then you're going to talk about something that was even before that past, right? So that's usually what the past perfect is used for, right? So the past perfect simple is what we usually use it for. If I want to talk about a time in the past, we use the past simple. But if I want to talk about a time before another time that is also in the past, so both of the times are in the past, the one that is much farther back, so the one that happened first, this is your past perfect, basically. That's what it is. So the storm had already finished. So if we take the two examples that we talked about right now and put them together, for example, if I say I got up at 7 a.m. this morning, or for example, when I got up at 7 a.m. this morning, the storm had already finished. So think about that. If I'm saying right now it's not 7 anymore, right? So let's pretend that it's lunchtime, right? So it's 12 and we are sitting having lunch, and I'm telling you a story about the morning, right? So it's past, something that happened already today in the morning. So I'm telling you a story and I say, you know, when I woke up at 7 a.m. this morning, the storm had already finished. So what am I trying to tell you? There's two times in the past here, right? So I'm trying to tell you that I woke up at 7, but before I woke up, something also already happened. And this is basically all we are saying, right? So when I woke up at 7 a.m. this morning, the storm had already finished. That means when I opened my eyes, there was no storm outside. The storm had already finished, right? So it happened before the action of me waking up in the past. I hope that that is making it a little bit clear by the time, right, that we're talking about. But hopefully it's going to be a little bit more clear the more examples that we go through today, right? So just bear with me and hopefully you guys are going to get this. The past perfect is commonly used to describe someone's experience. So just like I just explained it right now, right? It's commonly used to describe someone's experience before a time that is also in the past. For this meaning, it is common to use never, ever, and or before, right? So these are what we call your hints, right? So if you see these words in a sentence, probably you're supposed to be using the past perfect simple, right? All right, so a few people are asking some questions that you will see, right? So just hold on and we're going to go through some things and you are going to see how this happens. When I woke up, my breakfast had already done. When I woke up, my breakfast had already... yes, but I wouldn't say done. I would say when I woke up, my breakfast had already been cooked or made or prepared or something like that. I would say that. A lot of people, all right, great. A lot of you saying that yes, you're understanding the time and everything. So that is good. When I got up this morning, my husband had already gone to work. Yes, very good. You guys are starting to get it. See, I told you guys are going to get it. I know you guys are going to get it. Um, all right. So Garima is asking, how could we differentiate where to use the past simple, the past continuous, and the past perfect? Well, if you watched the other two lessons, Garima, and I know you did because you were in class. I remember you were in class. You should know the difference. The past simple, very simply, is I'm just telling you about an event that happened in the past and it's finished, right? Or if I want to tell you the order of things that happened. Remember we talked about that, I think, about 2 weeks ago, right? So, so for example, I woke up, brushed my teeth, had breakfast, went to work, right? I did these things in these order without changing the order. The continuous means something was happening at that point in time, right? So at that point in time, an action was actually happening, which means the action probably started before and after, right? Remember we talked about the example when I walked into the classroom, my teacher was erasing the blackboard. So that means in the past, when I walked in, what was happening? What was happening was the teacher was erasing the board. And that's it. So it's to decide which one to use depends on what are you trying to say. Are you trying to say something that finished? Are you trying to say something that's chronological? Or are you trying to say that something was happening at a point in the past? Or like today we're talking about, do you want to say that something happened before another point that's also in the past? And that's it. So you have to sort of know what are you trying to say. That's how you decide which one you're going to use. Somebody is saying, when I enrolled the class, Karim had started the class last week. Yes, fat bat. That's pretty much okay. Yep, you can say that. I had seen him when I went to the park. Adriana is saying, and yes, that's also correct. Very good. You guys are picking it up, which is excellent. So remember these words. These words are your hints, right? Most of the time, if you see these words, that means probably we're going to be using the past perfect simple. So let's take a look at some examples. The first one says, when I came to Canada, I had never been to a foreign country. When I came to Canada, I had never been to a foreign country. You know what? Let me try to do it in a timeline way here. So let's see if I can do this without wasting too much time. All right, so delete that. No thank you and no thank you. And give me a line. All right, so let's just make this line a bit thicker so you guys can see it, and let's delete this. All right, now let me put an arrow here and then an arrow here. Oh, why isn't it drawing an arrow? I want an arrow. There we go. And another arrow here. All right, so let's take a look at that example again and try to fit it on this very bad, very quick diagram that I drew. So when I came to Canada, I had never been to a foreign country. When I came to Canada, I had never been to a foreign country. And actually, let's copy and paste it here so you guys can also see it while we are doing this. So let me put that there. So when I came to Canada, I had never been to a foreign country. So let's take a look. This is right now, right? So this part over here, this is the present, right? So this is today, this is now, this is the moment that I'm speaking, right? So this is now, right? When I came to Canada, I had never been to a foreign country. So let's see, he's talking right now, this guy's talking about this part. This is, so I'm going to give you guys about 2 seconds. Tell me, what do you guys think? When is this in the time period from this sentence? When I came to Canada, I had never been to a foreign country. So if this is now, When is this? What do you guys think this is? Turain, hi Turain, thank you for coming to the class. Thank you so much. Came to Canada. Very good. Yes. So Victoria says this is when you came to Canada. Excellent. Exactly, right? So this is the part that says that you came to Canada, right here. So when I came to Canada, right? So this is came to Canada. Let's put Canada in capital letters. There we go. Came to Canada. So you're standing, this is today, you're standing with your friend talking today, and you're saying, hey, when I came to Canada, at this point in the past, before this point, I had never been to a foreign country. So this point in the past that's right here, he's using this point to tell you something that happened before it, right? So he's trying to say that before this point, before the point of coming to Canada, he had never been to a foreign country before in his life. And I hope that that is clear. Sorry, my mic fell down. So I hope that this sort of diagram makes it a little bit easier to understand. Let's look at another example. I was very nervous because I had never flown before. I was very nervous because I had never flown before. So one more time, let's take this sentence, for example, and put it in our very bad diagram. Ashtar is saying, when I came to Canada, he's saying there's no indication to the past. Actually, yes, you said when I came. So came already means that you're talking about a past event. So just by saying when I came to Canada, that's past. Because right now, you're here. So obviously you're not coming right now, you came. So that is your indication, Ashtar. I hope that makes sense. The past and the past perfect together. Judith is asking a question. Yes, we can, Judith. We can use the past and past perfect together. Ahmed is asking, can I say I hadn't been to a foreign country without the word never? I would say yes, you can. Yeah. Can I, for example, I hadn't been to a foreign country before. Right? So yeah, you don't always have to use never. All right, so let's carry on. So the next example that we have is, oh, we already finished this one, right? So yeah, so when I came to Canada, oh no, sorry, we did this one already. Yes, I want to do the second one right now. So let's try the second one. So the second one says, I was very nervous because I had never flown before. So same thing, this is now, you're speaking right now. So this sentence, you're saying it today, in the present, right? And you're speaking to your friend, for example, and you're saying, I was very nervous because I had never flown before. So I was very nervous. So here, right? So Ashtar, I would say this is a better example where maybe it's not clear to you what time is he talking about, but again, your hint is was, right? So I was very nervous. And think about it this way. If I'm sitting with you in a cafe, and let's say, for example, we're having a conversation, right? So we're talking and I'm telling you, oh yeah, I came to Canada, this and that. And you're like, oh, when was your flight? When did you come to Canada? And I was like, well, I came, let's say, for example, last month, right? So I came last month, or I came on the 20th of last month. And then you're like, oh, how was it? And then I say, well, I was very nervous at that point in time, right? I was very nervous. Why? Because I had never flown before. Before when? Before that point. So I was very nervous is your indication here that he's talking about a point of time in the past, right? So was nervous. This is what gives you the hint that he's talking about something that happened already, right? I was nervous. Why? Because I had never flown before. Before what? Before this time that I was nervous. And that's pretty much it. So I hope that makes sense. I came to Barrie before I had finished my English course in Toronto. Yes, that is a good sentence. Very good. Ulysses. I had visited my father before I went to school. Yes, JB, that is also a very good sentence. All right, yeah, that's it. Very good. Everybody is getting it now. Had you ever seen that actress in a movie before tonight? Had you ever seen that actress in a movie before tonight? So again, if I take this sentence, and one more time, we're going to try to put it in our very, very bad diagram here. But let's see. So, had you ever seen that actress in a movie before tonight? Sorry, excuse me. Ahmed Samir says it's complicated when there are more than two actions. Well, yes and no. You get used to it, right? The more you practice it, the better it becomes. So, had you ever seen that actress in a movie before tonight? So, same thing. You are talking now. You're talking today. You're talking with a friend in the present. It is right now. And you're saying, or you're asking them, had you ever seen that actress in a movie before tonight? So, before tonight is what's going to go here. This is before tonight. And you are asking about, did I ever see her before, right? So did I ever see her? Because tonight, this is the night that we went to see the movie, right? So today I saw the actress. And you're asking me, had I seen her before today, right? And we already saw the movie, right? So the movie, we saw it already. It's finished. So this is your time in the past. And you're asking before that time, had you ever seen that actress? Osman has another sentence and he says, I had already visited the Smrt channel before Karim joined it. Yes, that is a good sentence too. Very well done. Great, everybody's doing well in the chat, and I can see you answering each other, and your answers are correct, which is good. Miguel is giving multicultural translations, so people get the points, which is great, I guess. So thank you. All right. Now let's take a look at some sentences that hopefully will show us the differences, right? So the past simple, the past continuous, and the past perfect. So I think, who was asking? Garima, I think, right? So the person that was asking about this, hopefully these three sentences together will show you the difference between them. And yeah, JB is correct, Barna. JB is correct in what he's saying in the chat. Very good. Ulysses has another example. The Georgian College had been on a strike when I came to Barrie. Yes, that's right. All right, let's take a look at these three sentences. Here we go. So, when I got home, my husband cooked dinner. When I got home, my husband cooked dinner. So here, what are you saying? My husband started to cook dinner immediately after I got home, because this is the past simple, right? So when I got home, this is what happened first. My husband cooked dinner. This is what happened second, right? So this is chronological order, right? I'm telling you things in the correct order that they happen. So this is the past simple. When I got home, my husband cooked dinner. So that means my husband was not doing anything at home. When I got home, then he started to cook dinner. Now the second one says, when I got home, my husband was cooking dinner. When I got home, my husband was cooking dinner. Patricia has another example. I watched Karim's channel. I watched Karim's channel before I had seen Food AF. Yes, that is a very good sentence too. Yeah, very good. So when I got home, my husband was cooking dinner. So now this is the continuous, right? The past continuous. So what are we saying in this sentence now? Remember the first sentence, when I got home, my husband cooked dinner. Because this is past simple, it means that I got home first and then my husband started to cook dinner second. But if I change it and it becomes when I got home, my husband was cooking dinner. Now what am I saying? If I go back to this diagram just to use it quickly, right? What am I saying now? I'm saying, actually, let's copy the sentence and put it there so I can explain it for you guys. So when I got home, my husband was cooking dinner. So in this one, what actually happened is a little bit different. So here, my husband started to cook dinner. This box becomes when I came home. And then this, your husband is still cooking dinner, right? So what are you saying in this example? In the past continuous, all you're saying is, when I came home, there was already an action that is happening. And probably the action started before and after this point in time that you are talking about, right? So when I came home, my husband was already cooking dinner, right? Because he started probably before I came. And when I entered, well, he's still cooking, so he's not going to stop suddenly, right? And that's it. And he's going to continue after you go home. Ashtar is asking a question, and the answer is yes. Yes, you can, because that is the last one here, right? So number 3, the difference now for the perfect, the past perfect. When I got home, my husband had cooked dinner. Now let's see how this one makes our diagram change, right? When I got home, my husband had cooked dinner. So let's take a look. Again, when I got home, this is the same place you are, right? When I got home, my husband had cooked dinner. That means the action of cooking dinner finished before I got home. So this becomes now again, right? And you're telling me about something in the past that happened. So me and you are standing here today, right now, and we're talking to each other, and you're telling me, hey, yesterday, when I got home, so this is in the past, when I got home, my husband had cooked dinner. That means my husband started and finished, and then I came home. And that's it. So I hope that is clear. I really, really hope that you guys get the differences in this. And this last 3, or those last 3 sentences should make it clear, right? Because they're all the same sentence, just with different tenses, and they have 3 different meanings. So one more time. When I got home, my husband cooked dinner. This is past simple, chronological order, things in the correct order. When I got home, my husband was cooking. That means in the past, this action was happening, right? In this point in time in the past. When I got home, my husband had cooked dinner. That means the action in that past was already finished. And that's all we're really trying to talk about today. And that's it. That's the end of the lesson. Can I say that when I got home, the dinner had cooked by husband? No, not had. You want to say the dinner had been cooked by my husband, but it's more common to say it this way, right? It's much more common, I would say, to say my husband had cooked dinner. It's just easier and shorter, and that's usually what 99% of people will say. And yeah, like JB said, had been cooked. Very well done, JB. JB is like my my right-wing grammar checker, which is cool to have. Thank you, JB. I appreciate it. All right. So that's pretty much it, you guys. So again, very, very quick recap, right? Form for the past perfect simple is you need had plus the past participle. Past participle, like we said, most people know it as the 3rd column in our verbs column, right? So first, second, third, the 3rd one, right? This is your past participle. And like we said, positive, I had eaten, I had not eaten, had I eaten, and of course you can contract most of these and make them shorter. to say them that way. What do we use it for? We use it to describe events that happened before another past event, right? So I'm talking about a past event, and I want to tell you what happened before this past event. And that's it. That's really all, all what the past perfect simple is used for, or at least for the level that we're talking about today. All right, let us. Oh, Garima said that the diagram was useful. Great, fantastic. That makes me happy. Very good. All right, so actually I have an exercise that I'm going to share with you guys. And the exercise is pretty cool because you actually have to choose the past simple or the past perfect. So it's a good way to sort of practice what we did over the last few weeks and also today. So just give me a second. I'm going to try to find it. Where did I put it? Dun, 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 dun. There it is. All right, just let me, what do I need to do? I need to make my copy so I can, no, I don't need to make a copy. This is my copy. This is my copy. So I'm going to share it with you guys. So let me just change my sharing options here. Change anyone with the link. Yes, and copy this. All right, so I'm going to paste it for you guys in the chat. So you guys should be able to get this document. Please just confirm that you can access it, or actually I should be able to see you guys coming in here. So yeah, just try to open it and I should, yep, okay, I'm starting to see people coming in. So good, you guys got it, very good. All right, everybody's getting it? All right, so just like the first example, you guys, right? So you're going to have some sentences with some words in brackets or parentheses, and these are the words that you have to sort of see what you need to do with them, right? Are you going to make them into a past simple or into a past perfect tense? So for example, the fires start because someone leave a burning cigarette on the ground. So in this case, the fire started. Why? Because someone had left. When did he leave it? He left it before the fire started, right? So the fire started. This already happened. It's in the past. The fire started, right? Maybe it was last week even, and it's finished, right? So the fire started. Why? Because before the fire started, someone had left a burning cigarette on the ground, right? And that's it. That's why it makes sense to put the first one in the past simple and the second in the past perfect. So I hope that that's clear. I am going to give, oh, some people are asking to zoom in. Let me see. There, I hope you guys can see. But I sent you the file, by the way, Patricia. Like, you don't need to look at it on my screen. I sent you the file so you can actually, so you can open it yourself and type inside. Boom, 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 boom. All right, so some of you guys are already starting to answer, so I'm going to give you a few minutes, right? So try to answer from, let's start with the first four, right? So the first four, and then we'll do the next page and the next page together. But first, the first four, so from B to E, so B, C, D, and E. And please stop after E because I can't see all your answers in the chat. It's a lot. So let's stop at E for now, all right? And then we'll finish them, and then we'll continue. So I am going to take myself out, play some music for you guys, and I'm going to be back. So where is the button that I want? 1 and 2 and whoop. All right, let's see what you guys are doing. So most I've been following the chat, and most of you are doing pretty well, as usual, which I don't know if I should start doing what Sean does and try to give you guys hard questions to trick you, but but no, you guys are actually doing pretty good. These questions are not that easy, and you're doing pretty well. So let's just take a look at some of your answers. So first one was B. He something be in pain because he fall down 2 days earlier. So most of you have where is it? B. He was in pain because he had fallen down 2 days earlier. He was in pain because he had fell. Somebody wrote he had fell. Fallen is the past participle. So yeah, he was in pain because he had fallen down 2 days earlier. Yeah, very good, right? So anybody who wrote he was in pain because he had fallen down 2 days earlier, that is the correct answer, right? So same thing again, right? Imagine you are standing right now and you're talking about, oh, he was in pain yesterday, for example, right? Let's say I meet you and I'm asking you, hey, why was John in pain yesterday, right? So you're like, oh, he was in pain because he had fallen down 2 days earlier, right? So yesterday he was in pain, but before this time in the past, he had fallen down, right? And that's why he was in pain yesterday. So very good, you guys. Job well done. Next one says, when we and then drive around the city, we see that the earthquake caused a lot of damage. So let's see what you guys did here. So this is C, right? Yeah, C. When we drove around the city, we saw that the earthquake had caused a lot of damage. When we drove, we saw that the earthquake had caused a lot of damage. When we drove around the city, we saw that the earthquake had caused a lot of damage. Yes, most of you, I see that you got this one. Drove, had caused, yes, very good, right? Again, all of you guys are getting this correct. Job well done. So when we drove around the city, we saw that the earthquake had caused a lot of damage. So yeah, good job, you guys. D, I, and then something hungry. I be hungry when I come to school. I not eat breakfast. So let's see what you guys did. This is D. So I was hungry when I came to school. I had not eaten breakfast yet. Very good. I was hungry when I came to school, for I hadn't eaten breakfast yet. Very good. Again, yes, that's basically the answer. So anybody who answered this, please give yourself a virtual high five because it's correct. So I was hungry when I came to school. Why? Because before that, I hadn't eaten breakfast yet, right? And that's basically what you are saying here. Next one is E, and it says, I feel better because I take some medicine. I feel better because I take some medicine. So this is E again, right? All right, so you guys said I felt better because I had taken some medicine. I felt better because I had taken some medicine. Yes. So all of you are getting, again, this correct. Paste. So I felt better because I had taken some medicine, right? That's it. So you guys are doing great, as usual. Isa is, I think you're just coming into class, Isa. So welcome to the class. But this is almost at the end. That is what is going on. I'm not sure if Isa is a girl or a boy's name, but yeah, he or she is asking what is going on. So yeah. I felt better because I had taken some medicine. Now it's already 3:55, you guys. So I have about 5 minutes left. So I don't know if we should do another exercise or should I just finish. What do you guys think? You want to do? Do you want to do one more exercise? Isa is saying she is a girl. Well, all right. Thank you for telling me. Nice to have you in class, Isa. But yeah. Um, come on, Elias. You're not struggling anymore. You get it now. You should now say that I know the past the past perfect tense. Um, some people are asking, can I use the more than one past perfect in one sentence? Yes, you can. It's going to be a little bit of a complex sentence. But yeah, you definitely can. So for example, I can say something like a group of farmers, right? A group of farmers gathered to discuss crops. A group of farmers gathered to discuss crops that had been affected, that had gotten rotten after they had been affected by a virus, for example. I'm trying to come up with a sentence quickly, but the point is, yes, you can, right? You definitely can, but it's going to be a bit of a complicated sentence. But yes, the answer is yes, you can. All right. I'm going to give you guys, let's do one more round, right? So let's do one more round of these questions, get you guys to answer, and then I will do movie quote of the week, and I will fly away, and I'll let you guys go to enjoy the rest of your days. And I know that it's late for a lot of you, so I'm going to give you guys another 3 minutes and try to do from F to J. Let's do from F to J, right? So from F to J, and I'll see you in 3 minutes. So 3 minutes, and we'll do F to J, and that will be it for today. So 1, 2, and. Okay. All right, so let's finish this lesson for today, you guys. So first one is F. And what does F say? Where did the chat go? The chat. Ah, there it is. All right. So F says F says when we go skiing, there be so much snow on the mountain, there be a blizzard the night before. So most of you said, where is F? When we went skiing, there was so much snow on the mountain, there had been a blizzard the night before. Yes, right, and that is the answer. Very good. So again, a lot of you wrote this correctly. It's hard to try to find the answers. A lot of you are writing. When we went skiing, there was so much mountain, there had been a blizzard. Yes, very good, right? So a lot of you got this one right. When we went skiing, right, there was so much snow on the mountain. Why? Because before that time that I just talked about, right, skiing where there was the snow, what happened? Before that time, there had been a blizzard the night before, right? So very well done. G says, I be very relaxed because I just spend an hour in the jacuzzi. I be very relaxed because I just spent an hour in the jacuzzi. So a lot of you said I was very relaxed because I had just spent an hour in the jacuzzi. Yes, and that is the correct answer again. And it's always the same, right? Just think about the time that you're talking about. So I was relaxed yesterday. Hey Karim, why were you so relaxed yesterday? Oh, yesterday I was relaxed. Why? Because before that time when I was relaxed, I had just spent an hour in the jacuzzi, right? And that's basically what you are saying, right? Or this is how you should think about the time division of your sentence, right? When the next one is H, right? Yeah, the next one is H. So H says, when the hurricane arrive, most of the people already leave the city. When the hurricane arrive, most of the people already leave the city. So again, most of you said when the hurricane arrived, most of the people had already left the city. And again, yes, this is the correct answer for that, right? So when the hurricane arrived, so imagine this is a news story, right? So you are watching the news. It already happened, it's finished, right? Maybe this was yesterday's news or last week's news, right? And they're talking about the news of the week. So last week, when the hurricane arrived, before that time, most of the people had already left the city. And that's it. That's what H means. And the last one, oh, not the last one, the one before the last, I. The tsunami appear because there be a large earthquake earlier in the day. All right, so let's see what you guys wrote again. This is I. So where's the tsunami? Ah, there it is. The tsunami appeared because there had been a large earthquake earlier in the day. Yes, 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 that is the correct answer. So the tsunami appeared, right? It appeared when it appeared. So let's imagine that the tsunami appeared yesterday, right? Or the tsunami appeared 2 days ago. Whatever, it doesn't matter. The point is, it's in the past, right? So when the tsunami appeared, the tsunami appeared. Why? Because before that time in the past when the tsunami appeared, before that time, there had been a large earthquake earlier in the day, right? And this was probably the reason why the tsunami happened. No, afaq. Usually we say we usually say the people had already, right? That's usually the common way to say that. So yeah, just like Ilyas just said. All right, and the last one, J. My friend not come with me to the gym Because he hurt his back at work, right? Because he hurt his back at work. So my friend, this is what, JJ. All right. Where are your answers? I can't see. I'm blind. My friend didn't come with me to the gym because he had hurt his back at work. My friend didn't come with me to the gym because he had hurt his back at work. Yes, that is the correct answer. Very well done again. A lot of you guys are doing very, very good today, by the way. I am very, very happy with you guys. So my friend didn't come with me to the gym when I went to the gym, right? So imagine I went to the gym 2 hours ago or yesterday or last week or whatever it is. It doesn't matter, right? The point is, again, it's in the past. This is the important part. So my friend didn't come with me to the gym. Why? Because before the time of me going to the gym happened, he had already, right, hurt his back at work. And that is the meaning of that sentence. And yeah, that's pretty much it for today, you guys. So as usual, all of you deserve a virtual high five because you guys are fantastic and you did a fantastic job as you always do, which is awesome. I'm very happy that you guys always answer the questions at the end almost perfectly. Very, very, very well done. All right, so yeah, so that's it for today. So very quick before I let you guys go. So one more time, don't forget, right? My Smrt channel is the one that says, not the Smrt English channel. The Smrt English channel is the one that you're watching me on here, and that's fine. You should subscribe to this channel because this is the channel that is going to tell you about all of us, right? So if you're not sure when my stream is coming up or whatever and all that sort of stuff, you should find it here. But in the future, right? So I'm not sure yet. Julian hasn't confirmed it, but I'm expecting maybe in about 2 months, maybe. So probably in the next 2 months, I'm going to go back for my channel, right? So you can watch these lessons on my channel. So please, until that happens, don't forget, go to my channel and subscribe. So when I start doing my videos over there, you will know, right? So you don't suddenly wonder, where did I go to? And also because you will still find some videos, right? So I still put some things like phrases and Vancouver out and about. And like I said again, don't forget, check me out on my Facebook, Karim Smrt Live, Karim Smrt Live on Instagram, Karim Smrt Live on Twitter, and Food AF. If you are hungry, go check me out at Food AF. And actually, there's a new video coming out tomorrow, right? So stay tuned for tomorrow's food video. And if you haven't seen it before, go watch all my videos. They're not bad, right? Or I should say they're excellent. And that's it, guys. So thank you so much. It's time to do the movie quote of the week, and then I will let you guys run away. All right, so this was last week's movie quote. So I'm going to do the movie quote for this week. And this week's movie quote is, boom, this one. All right, so as usual, I'm going to try to act it out. and you guys tell me what you guys think. So to get the best effect for this, imagine that I am a merman, right? So a merman is the male version of a mermaid, right? So you know, like the Little Mermaid from Disney. So I'm a merman. So imagine that I'm a merman, and this is the quote, right? Moisture is the essence of wetness, and wetness is the essence of beauty. Oh, that makes me laugh every time. All right, now remember, do not tell me the answers today in the chat, right? So don't tell me the answers in the chat, please, 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 right? I'm going to remove it if you put the answer. The reason for that is after I close the chat, I can't see anything, right? The chat box disappears and I never see it again, so I'm not going to remember for next week. If you want to answer, please answer below the video in the comment section because I can see that and I always read your comments. So if you know the movie, please comment in the comment section below. And that's pretty much it. So until I see you guys next week, good morning, good evening, and good night. I have been Karim from Smrt English, and have a fantastic week, you guys. And I am out.